Hi there. Those are demonstrators in the city of Paris, and that demonstration took place on this past weekend, on the 7th of February to be precise. The demonstrators are mostly young Congolese, and they have been born here in Europe, and they are demonstrating against the inaction of the Western powers in the face of rising violence in eastern Congo. The M23 rebels and their Rwandan-backed allies have threatened to march on the city of Goma, and they are already been pounding the city of Sake with mortars and other weapons, and they have threatened to take the city of Goma, and the city is home to about 2.5 million people. As you can see in the video clip on the civilians have been gathering their possessions, what they could gather, and they have been fleeing towards from Sake towards the eastern city of Goma. I'll bring you a map and show you what has been actually been taking place. That's the city of Sake on there, and where I have the blue line, that's the movement of civilians towards the city of Goma along the N2 highway. If the rebels were actually in control of Sake, all along it has been in the hands of the regular army and its allies, the Wazalendo. And if they were to do that, they will actually cut off supply routes from towns such as Minova and Mihanga, and the city of Goma will actually be without food and other essentials from the western part of Congo. In the face of all that, Jean-Pierre Bemba, the vice prime minister in President Tshisekedi's government, as well as the Minister of Defense, flew to the city of Goma and reassured the population that the city was well protected, and the regular army, the FADAC, was reinforced with troops from SADC, specifically South Africa, and there were also the presence of the Wazalendo militia. Wazalendo simply meaning the patriots in the local Swahili language spoken in eastern Congo. There is obviously the involvement of the Rwandans, and they are not only backing the M23 rebels, but they are actively participating in the conflict itself. The reason why I say that is there is numerous sources which have provided evidence of Rwandan participation in the conflict in eastern DRC. There is local forces have captured weapons and equipment that has been supplied by the Rwandans, and when the Rwandans themselves have been captured in Eastern Congo, they are wearing uniforms with the RDF tags on the armbands and those sort of things. And then, as you can see in the video clip on there, that soldier is displaying mortars, and there are reports that in the western city of Sake, the rebels have been actually pounding the city for 5 hours non-stop with mortars. And where would they get the mortars? You need a well-resourced army, an army with the budget and an army with a regular supply. And where do they have the logistics to actually access all these weapons? This points to a regular army, regular supply chain, regular logistics, and a well-structured army providing all that sort of support. And yes, that's there is also the various media sources who have pointed out that the M23 has now the capabilities of regular army, and that article I've just put on screen is from the Voice of America, and it says that M23 now possesses firepower and equipment sophisticated enough, and this include long-range fire capacities such as mortars, machine guns, as well as anti-aircraft guns. And like I said before, there is evidence of video evidence of captured Rwandan troops, and as you can see in that video clip, on those are Rwandan soldiers, young Rwandan soldiers captured by the regular army. And one would want to ask, why are they doing in Eastern Congo? Rwanda has always denied that it's not involved in Eastern Congo. The Western powers are mostly silent on this. They are not saying anything. They have maintained that everything is normal, at least in their relations with Rwanda. And for instance, the United Kingdom government, they have signed a contract to with the Rwandan government to send people who are claiming asylum here in the UK, to send them to Rwanda. And those sort of deals, they cost money that's going into Rwandan coffers, money the Rwandans are in turn using to destabilize the eastern part of Congo. And the Western powers are mostly silent on this, and they're pouring aid into Rwanda. And the Rwandans are, well, they're not withdrawing from Congo. They are not stopping with the atrocities they are committing in Eastern Congo. And the South Africans recently have actually launched an action in the International Court of Justice to stop the Israelis committing genocide against the Palestinians. One wonders why no country is prepared to actually intervene in what is taking place in the eastern part of Congo. There have been various armies that have attempted to provide support to the Congolese government and the Congolese army, but that has not actually changed the situation. This has been happening for the past 20 years, and each time there is an upsurge in violence, it becomes news. But then what you have is internally displaced people living in tents, living in, they have fled their homes. They have no adequate the things like sanitation and water, and they're basically refugees in their own country. They are estimated that there is close to 6 million people who are internally displaced inside of Congo itself, and this is a catastrophe in humanitarian terms. And then you have no one actually is prepared to take action. And then this raises the question, whose life are worth protecting, and why is there no action for the past 10 years? And then when you get people, Western powers actually doing something, it's mostly to say, well, the Congolese government has to negotiate with the Rwandans. Who actually in the world would be threatened with aggression? People actually invaded your country, and you are being asked to negotiate with them. Negotiate on what? Negotiate on what? What you want is your country at peace, your citizens enjoying the normal day-to-day things they do, and you want your country to develop. You want your citizens to actually realize the opportunities that are there for everyone in ordinary life, essentially prospering, having like lives worth living. But the Congolese cannot have this in the midst of a war. And what is at stake here with this war? Resources, coltan. Rwanda does not have any mines at all, but it's exporting coltan. It's entering into deals with Western companies to refine minerals that are only found in Eastern Congo. And why is there no one taking action on this? Well, I'll rest my case. Thank you for taking time to watch this recording, and if you like the material I've presented here, please subscribe and don't forget to give me likes. Thank you. Bye.